I go across to Vijay Aggarwal, Mehul Choksi's lawyer, who's joining us first up. Mr. Aggarwal, you have to admit, even though you always speak with a smiling face, that you also know it is time up for Mehul Choksi. When you also know Dominica doesn't want to keep him, they think he's a prohibited immigrant, Mr. Aggarwal. They believe his evasion tactics using foreign citizenship is failing. In fact, the Antiguan government has now said that he took citizenship by giving false documents. Dominica doesn't want him, Antigua doesn't want him, India says he's still our citizen. It's time your client comes back where he's being welcomed with open arms. That is India.
When everyone gives up on a person, he gets support in a lawyer and he gets support in the court. We are not bothered about the executive. Antiguan authorities may say whatever they want to. Dominican authorities may say whatever they want to. Politicians may say whatever suits them. But the question is, if we go by the rule of law, my client, Mr. Mehul Choksi, he remains a human being. He remains a citizen of Antigua. He's got his rights as per UN conventions also, and as per Antiguan constitution also. Nobody can deny him those rights. So the letter that you said that Antigua is saying that they don't want him, they are saying that you obtained the citizenship by fraud. On that, there is a stay order operating in the Antiguan court. So India has to wait. In Dominica, they say that they don't want him. There is a stay operating. The date is of July now in the habeas corpus petition. So India has to wait. And I'm telling you, truth has very strange ways of coming out. Before we take a brief, we also do a little Reiki. And it is my understanding, the way it happens in Bofors, the way it happened in 2G, the way it happened in Tarun Tejpal, the way it happens in Ayushi. In a lot of the cases, initially they make mountains out of molehills and everything falls flat. Now tell me, they say that they have to come back and they have to face, nobody wants them. But executive action, for checking the executive action, whenever executive goes haywire, then the courts are there to check on them. And we've been getting success in the courts, and it is only a matter of time that you will see Mr. Mehul Choksi going back to Antigua, and Indian agencies realize that. That is why they call the plane back.
Mr. Aggarwal, a good play of words, and I would have been very impressed in a court of law. But let's try and understand today what has happened in Dominica. An order is issued, sir, by the Ministry of National Security and Home Affairs that says, in accordance with Section 5, Subsection 1 of the Immigration and Passport Act, Chapter so-and-so of the 2017 revised laws of the Commonwealth of Dominica, you, Mehul Choksi, are hereby declared a prohibited immigrant. That's point number one. The Antigua Information Minister, Melford Nicholas, has said when fugitive diamantaire Mehul Choksi applied for citizenship, his name did not appear in the agency's list who would be given to attestation, and therefore the citizenship was under a false declaration, something that Mr. Salve, who's appearing for Team India, has also said. On both these grounds, it's clear Antigua and Dominica are washing their hands off him, sir.
Ridham, you yourself have been a great lawyer. It is difficult to impress you, but I'll try my best. See, this letter, if you see, is dated 25th. Now you check your records. You were the first one to break the story at 11 p.m. I've done my homework. You broke the story at 11 p.m. on 26 May that Mr. Mehul Choksi has been found in Dominica. And the records that the plea that the Dominican authorities are taking in Antiguan court is that it is on 27th, from one driving license of Mr. Mehul Choksi, they came to know that he is Mr. Mehul Choksi. Otherwise, they were only seeing a battered, injured, tortured person. So how come this 25th letter comes into existence? And it has got nothing to do with the time that Mr. Mehul Choksi sat foot in Dominica. Because as per records, Mr. Mehul Choksi, they found on 24th, though my case is that he reached there on 23rd, the Dominican police has admitted in the court that they met Mehul Choksi on 24th. 27th is when they say we came to know of his identity. And 25th is this letter, 1. 2 is that this is under the amended act, under section 6, definition of prohibited immigrant. One must see that prohibited immigrant definition says that a person will be prohibited immigrant only and only if he refuses to disclose his identity. Otherwise, a person can never be termed as a prohibited immigrant. So my client does not fall in the definition. Then please see last line of the letter. It says that we would want Mr. Mehul Choksi to be repatriated. And if you see, so the word used is not deported. The word used is repatriated. And there is a communication issued by the Home Office of Dominica also, which I saw on your channel, which they say that we want to send him back to Antigua. Now, if they want, they may change their stand. But the letter that you are reading nowhere says that he'll be sent back to India. The dictionary meaning of the word repatriation is sending a person to the country whose passport the person has. Moreover, Antiguan authority may say anything. We have a stay in our favor in court. And as far as Mr. Salve is defending, Mr. Salve having the case for the government of India, everyone knows that Mr. Salve is a great world-renowned lawyer. But government of India, I'm sorry, is not a party. There are two litigations going on in Dominica. One is a habeas corpus petition. Secondly, the second litigation is bail. In none of the litigation, government of India is a party, but they do need the world's most renowned lawyer, Mr. Salve, now to defend themselves because they have been exposed. Very soon, some people will be facing these kidnapping, abduction charges and overshooting their brief. So, of course, they will need Mr. Salve to defend themselves.
My last question to you, you're defending Mehul Choksi, you're giving out grounds, I'll give you counter grounds, we'll have allegations, counter allegations, but in the court of India, Mehul Choksi should be dragged back because he diverted over 3,250 crore funds defrauded from a PNB branch in Mumbai by inflating prices of precious metals. He should be dragged back because India's case, 30,600 crore was diverted and was a part of the PNB scam that was there. And this is not me who's saying this, Mr. Aggarwal. This is the Indian, the common man who says that people who take away our money and try and run away to places they think are tax havens should no longer be allowed to take away our money, rob India's people and think they can get away with it scot-free.
Mehul Choksi did not take the money in his pocket. He's been in business over decades in India, and when opposition parties spokespeople come on your channel, they tell that he was a favorite of both the opposition, both the ruling party as well as the opposition party. So please see, money is all here. ED has got vast powers. ED has done attachments under Section 5 Prevention of Money Laundering Act. ED has attached all the jewels, diamonds, jewelry, houses, properties, farmhouse in Alibag, everything they have attached. Common people of India will not get their money by dragging the old man to India. They will get the money if the Indian agencies have a better coordination among themselves. At this moment, all Indian agencies are fighting among themselves. They are saying everyone want a badge that they have been able to recover the money, but it is being counterproductive. The same money is being claimed by Enforcement Directorate, by CBI, by Serious Fraud Investigation Office, and by the income tax officers. So, and there is some Provident Fund Act proceedings also. So the same money is being claimed by everyone. So if there is a coordination and there is a little understanding of the law, and if our laws get rationalized and they recognize that all these agencies have to complement each other, they don't have to contradict each other. So then the money can be recovered. So the question is not, you please tell me, whosoever has come. Now you said that Krishna Bishel came, Rajiv Saxena came, Deepak Talwar came, even a single money has been recovered? No. And please be clear, everyone has a presumption of innocence in their favor. They have a right to be defended. So the
Yes.
trial in the court is not proceeding. So initially they will make a mountain. Even on
Sure.
see everyone was saying that in a 2G case, 1,80,000 crore rupees. What happened for Bofors case? The government fell. Then what happened subsequently? Do we
Mr.
ever do a
Aggarwal, yeah.
retrospection?
Mr. Aggarwal, I understand that you've pioneered the 2G case, in which we've seen several times you in the court, and I thank you for being here. As I said, in a court of law, you would have very valiantly fought it out for Mehul Choksi. But what we are trying to say is, I thank you for being on the debate with us. And